Hi guys, welcome to another Superplex podcast with me, Steve, and Tone.
Hello.
Hey,
It is. I'm just going to come clean. I don't think there's any point in lying to these guys. Um, I actually didn't really pay much attention to it this week.
yeah,
I have to be honest, guys. It was one of those. I'm watching it, but for some strange reason, my head just wasn't in it. But we're still gonna talk about it. Don't turn it off just yet. Yeah. How are you guys anyway? Everyone okay? Everyone good?
I got brain freeze like you.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It was one of them episodes, I think.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think sometimes you just gotta ride the wave of good shows, and sometimes you just get one of those that just stumps you. But yeah, let's give this a go, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully this podcast will be longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah. So we started off with Omega versus Seidel. I'm still confused about this. Was it for the belt or was it not for the belt?
I thought
Oh.
it was for the belt, but
Nobody knows.
nobody
No,
knows.
because this was the thing. When Tony Khan came out, he said it was for the belt. Then last week they mentioned it on the show, and I'm sure they said it wasn't for the belt. Because we even said we thought it was for the belt. And this week, I still don't know if it was for the belt. So, I guess we'll never know. But yes, it was actually a very, very good match. I really enjoyed it. The high flying, Seidel's moves. I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of Seidel, but after this match, he grew on me. What did you guys think of the match?
Yeah, it was one of them ones. I felt good, fast-paced match. A lot of high-flying moves. I thought at one point when Seidel, I thought he slipped. I don't know. You lot said
He
it.
did not slip. That
I
was
don't know. I was wondering if Michael Nakazawa greased the ropes again, like a Double or Nothing. But in that battle, was it Double or Nothing in that Battle Royal match?
I
No, it
think
wasn't Double or Nothing, was it? What was the other one that they did?
all in.
All in, yeah. And he slipped off the turnbuckle.
No. Look, he Omega went for the move. He gave him a little, like make sure that he drops off the rope, and then he did a perfect backflip. If he wanted to, he could have landed on his feet.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. What it wasn't Nakazawa just there in the crowd dashing grease at the corner, like he did before.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, let's ask the grumpy old man. Did you enjoy that match?
Yeah, it was a good match.
No complaints just yet?
No, Matt Seidel, I think, stepped up. Kenny didn't have to slow down for him, which was really good.
That's what you get when you get like someone like fast paced, like Seidel, to be honest. But no, I thought it was really good. Actually, no, you did complain, but that was after the second match, and you went, "Why is this match first? It's like, why is it so quick? I wanted a longer match." You did actually complain. Now looking back at it, you did complain.
I did complain because half of the reason you forget the shows like we have is because they put the good matches on first. So by the time you've got to the end of the night, the
Well,
good matches you forgot about.
no, to be honest, this whole actually episode was actually good.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
I mean,
It
if
was,
you think
it was
about
okay. It wasn't good.
no, stop it. You got Omega Seidel, and then you also had what was it? The Young Bucks with Cutler against Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid because Slap Thighs was injured. You had Ty Conti versus Nyla Rose, and Darby Allin versus John Silver.
You're forgetting the others, man.
Well, yeah, there's the Varsity Blondes versus FTR and Sean Spears.
And Hangman.
Yes, there was Hangman too, but I didn't
All
classify
of
that
them
as a
were
good match.
okay.
See, those ones I feel the Hangman match I felt was just like a card filler. It was just a film.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. That was actually literally the next match after this. By the way, Omega did win that match.
I just googled it.
Yeah.
It says if Seidel won this match, then he would get a shot at the title.
Oh, okay then.
See, but this is what I was saying though, which meant when Tony Khan came out and said it, it was pointless because he said you'd get the title match at Dynamite.
I thought that was what he said as well.
That's why I was saying, because I wasn't sure what was happening. But in that case, why not let Seidel win then?
Yeah, there's no harm in it. He put on a good show, to be fair.
To be honest, he did one of the weirdest moves on Omega that I thought he killed him.
Oh,
I still
so
don't know. I still do not know what that move was. And Tone, you are a guy that has watched wrestling since you were like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, what you talking about? A little flip thing he did where he like rolled him up.
Yeah.
I've not got. I ain't got a name for that one yet.
Anyway, moving on. Next we had a Black Order promo, which was, John Silver talking to Marvez about how he's ready, and the members of the Black Order, Dark Order. I'm thinking of Marvel here. Anyway, the Dark Order promo, John Silver like getting ready. These guys were doing coffin drops, and he was literally just dodging out of the way until it came to number 5, and they just let him drop to the floor.
Poor number 5.
Or to the sofa, actually. It wasn't even the floor, to the sofa. And then Paige was, of course, behind the bar, and he came out, and he was just like, telling him to, these guys are proud of you no matter what, and good luck out there. And and then it was just Johnny Hungy going absolutely crazy.
Johnny Hungy.
But that was basically a nice little short promo, just a put a few giggles in there. And yeah, I saw that, had a little chuckle. They did what it was meant to do. Anything you guys want to add onto the Black Order promo, Tone?
Black Order, yeah. No, it was good. It was short promo. Did what it needed. That was it, really.
Steve?
Pass.
Oh, it's one of those, is it? Right. And then we had, straight after that, we did have Bononi versus Page.
Yeah. I'm still not sure about this guy.
It's like I mentioned it while we were watching it. He does remind me of a Matt Morgan sort of guy.
Yeah?
He does. He's a tall guy, quite built. He's probably just as stiff as Matt Morgan was when he was wrestling. He did overpower him, Page, a lot. They were on the outside. He did slam him down on the ring apron around the edge. I don't want to say it, but it was a bit of a squash match, wasn't it? You always knew Page was going to win.
Yo, there was no way Hangman was losing to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't see that. It'd be a crime.
He's an up and comer.
Absolutely. But still, it was basically, here's a guy showing off his power, but because it's Hangman Page, he will still lose to Hangman Page. That was basically it, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And that's all I have to say on the matter.
Squash match. It was no. Like I said, it was just a card filler. Yeah, it meant nothing.
Will it make any difference to Hangman Page at the moment?
No.
Not really.
Not really going to push him towards a title shot.
No. Did it damage Bononi? Not really.
No. He'll just go back to Dark, A.E.W Dark, and wrestle there.
Exactly. Britt Baker was up next. And Steve.
No
Go
comment.
on, Britt. Go on, Britt.
Steve, please give us your thoughts on it.
It's disrespectful.
Hey,
Disrespectful.
you've got to speak about it. Like
Exactly. Look,
Hey.
if we're doing this, you're gonna have to speak about it, no matter how disrespectful it was, or you thought it was.
She's better than Mick Foley, like she said. Took her to Mick
Exactly.
Foley took his whole
Thank you.
career to become hardcore one night. Say good night, yeah.
What are you saying good night for?
Yeah,
I think he's leaving.
he's gone. He's
Yeah.
out. He's out of here.
Right. Let's just continue without pushing him to the edge, because there might be he might kill himself. So Britt Baker just came out and was talking about the whole match last week, and how she thought Thunder Rosa was just taking up the spot, but even though she says that she put the women's division on the map, everyone is talking about Britt Baker, nor her. And she literally looked at the camera and just said, Mick Foley, thanks for the thumbs up. But it took you 20 years to become a hardcore legend, while it took me 1 day.
Yep.
Right.
The bees.
Okay, can I just say one thing? That's how you get heat.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Because
that's how you look dumb as shit.
No.
swearing.
That's how you get heat.
That's how you look dumb.
Because all you're doing is literally, people will not accept that what you just said. People will not accept that. And of course, you're going to get booed, which she did. And of course, when she comes out next week, if she does any more things like that, or tries to pee off people again, and just, all she has to do is now just mention Mick Foley, and people probably start booing her again.
I know.
Yeah, because she's so dumb.
But yeah, I mean, she did say about Tony Khan looking for legends, or bringing legends in, when he's got one of the biggest legends right under his nose. And yeah, you really were not happy when she said about that Mick Foley line, did you?
No, it's a bit weird that even AEW wrestlers think that the world started and ends at WWE. Like, Mick Foley wasn't busting his ass for years in Japan.
No swearing.
Long before he went to WWE.
All right. Next we had, again, one of Steve's favorites, Christian. He was in the back talking to the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin from the Top Flight. Top Flight?
Yeah.
Top Flight.
I think it's Top Flight.
I'm almost 100% sure it's Top Flight.
It is, yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then Kazarian came out and he was just having a little
fantastic Kazarian.
Yep. He was having a little chat with him about the whole T-shirt of working hard and all that sort of stuff. And he said, when does the hard work start? And he goes, next week. And I haven't really got an opponent, so how about you be the opponent? He was like, fine by me. He did say to him, are you busy on a Monday night? Nah, of course you're not busy on a Monday night. How about you come and have a watch? Come watch me at Elevation, so that you can see what you'll be facing, because 7 years is a long time. So next week there is a match between Christian and Kazarian, and I can already tell you that Christian is winning that match.
How long ago was Revolution?
What?
How long ago was Revolution?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks? No, we've done 3 Dynamite since then.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago then. Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
No, 3. This Sunday will be 4 weeks.
Alright, 4 weeks. And my man's coming out with Outwork Everyone.
Yeah, ain't even done the show
like
yet.
Kazarian said, well, when does the work start?
Isn't it? Kazarian out wrestle everyone. Jeez.
But, well, But yeah, there is no way Christian is going to lose his first match at AEW.
No, sadly not.
So even, I mean, I think it could even be Christian versus Omega, or Christian versus Cage, Christian versus Archer, Christian versus Miro, Christian versus Cody. Even there's no way that Christian.
Let's not have Christian fighting for the world title. Let him fight Darby for the TNT, and let's leave it at that.
Don't even give him that strap. Because we'll have to see him every week when it gets done. That he has to defend it every week.
Yeah, but he won't.
No.
Like Darby hasn't.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is being honest. He will get a title shot. He will most likely be world champion. We don't know how long his contract is, to be honest. It could be a year. It could be a couple of months. We don't know. It could be even more years. He will be world champion at least once.
No. I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see him wearing the strap at least once.
Nah.
At least once.
He ain't getting over Omega.
Maybe not Omega, but I could see him holding it once. They'll pass the title on to someone else. They'll take the heel role and they'll hold. And do you know what? It'll be someone like Christian, yeah? Not to beat Omega, I'm saying. But I'm saying he'll get the title, he'll turn heel, and he'll have it for the next 9 to 10 months.
Nah.
And you'll be like, for fuck's sake.
No swearing.
Unacceptable.
Just like they did with Jericho. They stuck the belt on Jericho. He was heel, and they held him for the title for near a year.
Yep.
With Jericho, they stuck the belt because the storyline lasts longer and better when a heel was holding it. I mean, Moxley had a good run, yeah, but it was like everyone was like, "Oh, it's Moxley. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's
it
good."
has to be the right heel. It can't be just any heel. Is Christian even a heel? Do we know that?
Well, I don't think he is. People are cheering him.
It depends on what. It just depends on what happens, really, isn't it? We had the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin versus FDR and Sean Spears. Or I should just, even though I hate the name, I think we should just call it the Pinnacle.
The
Thank
Pinnacle.
With Wardlow, MJF, and
Let's get Pinnacle. Come on, let's get Pinnacle.
That's brilliant.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Do you know that? I don't even know what to say about. All right, erase the other title, and we'll just go. It's time to get Pinnacle.
Okay.
Right. So it was the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin versus FDR and Sean Spears. Let's try this again. Or the Pinnacle. Okay. Okay. Quiet.
This time.
With Wardlow, MJF, and Tully on the outside.
Dear.
No, I like Tully. I just like to say that just because Steve is a bit,
Tully.
and I just like to annoy him. You know what? It was a good move. It was a good back and forth match. Do you know what? To all the credit, I have to admit, just them putting this match on with the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin against a very good tag team, and Sean Spears, who hasn't really been a tag team player, really. The Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin have a very good future.
I think this match they let the Varsity Blondes team get away with too much.
But this is good to put the youngsters over. That's why I'm saying they got.
But we don't need to put the youngsters over. We need to put this new team that's just been formed over. They should have come out and destroyed them.
No, what? You can't give these guys, these three guys that are in the ring, have been doing good stuff on Dark and on Elevation. You can't just go, oh, we'll put them up on the main show and just squash them.
No, I didn't say squash, but
Because then you're just turning this into. I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny or even trying to be disrespectful to other wrestling companies, but this is basically what WWE does to NXT stars.
no,
Bring them
I
up,
don't
and
mean
then when they're in the
squash
main
them.
roster, just nothing happens with them.
No, I'd not squashed them. It could have been. They got away. They got away with too much. Let them have a same length match, and let them do some stuff. But the majority of the match was them messing up Revival.
I don't think they were. Well, they did,
It was. They were more offense than they were defense.
which is good. I don't mind that. I like to see. To be honest, I do like Brian Pillman Jr. and to be honest, Dante Martin as well. From what I had seen before as a tag team, I do like these two. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying that they're bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this newly formed team needed to come out and prove a point, and they.
I mean, they did
didn't.
by winning. They did
Yeah,
by
but that's
winning.
all they won. There was more. They were more on defense the whole match.
You wanted a match, didn't you? You wanted like Dante Martin versus Wardlow, like 2 minutes of Wardlow just throwing him round the ring. The poor guy.
No, I'm not saying make anyone look stupid.
You want to
Just make them look a bit.
Match.
Yes, just
You
make
want
them
a
look a
wrestling
bit
match.
stronger.
And to be honest, FTR, if you want to go wrestling, FTR are probably the best ones out there right now for actually wrestling. After that, they had cut a little promo. They grabbed the microphone, have a little chit chat, and yeah, it's just saying FTR. So yes, you know, the Pinnacle is family. These guys are my brothers, and Tony Schiavone actually said, because MJF was talking about, oh, where's the inner circle? Of course, they're not here. And Tony Schiavone actually said, well, you guys did a number of them. They're still at home recovering. And
Yep.
Wardlow just put his hand on his shoulder, and Tony Schiavone just stopped mid-sentence. And MJF said to him, is there something you want to say, Tony? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they want to be careful. Tony's got backup.
Who's his
Oh,
back?
Oh, Sting will come out and with his back.
yeah, to be fair, Sting would.
Sting's good at clearing groups.
Yeah, there was a Lance Archer promo. He was talking about Sting, and he had Sting's baseball bat. And you said that what he said in the promo is what Brian Cage should have said last week.
Yes,
Steve?
absolutely. That's all it had to be. I respect you, but I'm still going to kick your ass. That's literally all it had to be.
I mean, that is basically what Archer did say. It was he. I don't want it to be a match.
I don't either, but it's gonna be.
It'll have to be a cinematic match again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though, as much as I love Sting, and yes, he was one of my favorites when I was growing up, I wouldn't want him to go into an actual match. And my last image of him is having a terrible match.
It's gonna be a cinematic match. There's no
It'd have to
possible
be.
way they could do. There's no way Lance Archer could do anything to Sting that was live. Because he's a big man. He's gonna hurt. Well, accident or not.
He could.
God.
He could actually hurt him. And that's the problem. He could actually hurt him. Again, let's hope not. And maybe we'll get deviated from something else and this match won't happen. Because we're just, to be honest, we're actually just presuming. We don't know if there's going to be a match, but the way Archer has been talking for the past 3 weeks, I think it is, it does seem like it's going to be something like that coming our way.
Yeah, I'm wondering though. See what you're saying with that though. I wonder if like we're going to see more of like maybe Brian Cage get involved, like the Team Taz get involved in the situation as well. Cause
To help Sting or to fight him.
I don't even know to help Sting or to.
I
If
think
they-
Go on. Continue.
Well, no, I don't know if they're going to get involved like as a friendly situation or get involved as just to take out people, really, just to beat up both.
Maybe Team Taz will come out, start beating up Sting, and Brian Cage will switch and start helping Sting and beat up Team Taz.
Possibly.
That's what I was actually going to say. Was I reckon if they do a cinematic match, don't forget this will most likely be a match that will be for the pay-per-view.
Oh.
And it'll be somewhere else, and of course it'll be Sting versus Archer, I don't know, cabin in the woods sort of thing. And Archer's, I don't know, probably going to set the cabin on fire and kill Sting with it, and Brian Cage comes through the door and beats up Archer and helps Sting. And yeah, that could be something like that.
That'd be like you see Brian Cage wearing his robot arm, like from Impact that he had. He'd be like Terminator.
We do not need the robot arm back.
Bro, Cage, Sting, and Darby Allin's a good team, actually.
But you hate Darby Allin.
No, I don't hate Darby Allin at all. He's just a paper champ.
How dare you? How
he got the belt?
You,
he got the belt because he wins. I'll never be the face of TNT. So they gave it to him because he said that. Then he defended it twice.
3 times.
All right, 3 times.
Yeah, and now it's the 4th.
Oh yeah, but how long's he been champ for?
No, but this is exactly what his point was. His point was, and I've defended it 3 times, and everyone was cheering, and he goes, no, there's nothing to cheer about. Because he wanted to be doing it week in, week out. But then that feud with Taz came along. And to be honest, it's kind of funny that they, just because he was having the feud with Taz, or Taz's team, he could have still had matches.
Of course.
That could have mean that every time that he has a match, they interfere, Sting comes out to help him out.
Cool. We'll see what happens next week. Is he going to defend his title next week?
I haven't.
Has it been announced?
No. But last week, he had just put out... Well, actually, most likely that he will defend it because of what happened when we get to the end of the show. We'll talk about it. But there is a chance that most likely next week he will still be defending it against someone. Right. We had a Taz promo. You know, Taz came out saying about all the naysayers and all the conspiracies that there's a problem with Team Taz and that no one's, that Brian Cage isn't happy and blah, blah, blah. And Brian Cage on the side looked like just rolling his eyes and sort of... So he asked Will Hobbs, you good? He says, yeah. Hook, you good? Yeah. Ricky Starks, you good? Yeah. Brian Cage, you good? He paused for a little and then he said, who better? You didn't like that, Steve.
You can't remember now.
I can't, actually.
He all right, you went, what was that? Because you were complaining, well, you weren't complaining, you actually said, last week you respected Sting and you walked away, and then this week you just say, who better? And
yeah, didn't Taz say, Brian Cage apologized to all of us?
Yes, he did.
And Brian Cage was rolling his eyes like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he looked like he was about to say something, to be honest. It didn't look like he was going to just stay quiet. But then he did.
So then he should have said something.
Yeah. But I think it's... Yeah, I don't think he's going to be there for much longer. He needs a singles run as well. Because who...
I don't think so.
Apart from that, when he came in that ladder match, that he was just like, where he destroyed Darby Allin and then ended up putting him in the body bag with tags in it, which, by all means, fair play to Darby Allin for taking that. But he hasn't really done much. I can't recall anything apart from that match he had with Ricky Starks against Sting and Darby Allin. I can't remember a match where he's wrestled.
I think he's more suited to be in a team at the moment.
I was going to say maybe at the moment because in Impact, he was world champion.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be a world champion here, but it's a bit too early.
Mm.
We need some more character development.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I'm a bit... To be fair, I don't like him with this Taz group, to be fair. I think he can be pushed a lot more. And when you say who can beat Omega, I think that's another person if they gave him a proper push rather than sitting him with Taz, because they put this FTW title on him. I mean, he's defending it. I think he's defending it on Dark next week. Can't remember who it's against now. But it's...
Is he going to lose that belt, Tom?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anyone is ever going to take that belt away from him.
Isn't there not? But that's
I
what
mean,
that-
Taz might take it away from him and give it maybe to Hobbs or to Hook or to Ricky Starks if he leaves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They gave him this belt basically just to keep him away from the world title.
That's a good point.
That's what I feel anyway.
I can see that. I can see
Yeah,
that.
but again, Cage is a heel.
He is. I'd love to see Cage win the world title. I think Cage can win the world title. Where you lot were saying before, who else can take it from Omega? Yeah, you put Christian there, but I reckon Cage could do it too. I reckon Cage would be a great champ.
You know what? Can I throw another name in the ring there?
Go on.
Miro.
There you go.
Again, he needs more development as well.
He needs a bit more developmental work. Cage
he
versus Miro.
No, he doesn't need development. He just needs to get rid of Kip Saban.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
If you get rid of Kip Saban, because to be honest, if I'm honest, Kip Saban for me is not doing anything.
No, Kip Sabian's holding him back.
Because don't get me wrong, you needed the best man. Like I've said before, the wedding's over. Bye.
Yeah.
You don't need to be together anymore. The wedding's over. I think because next week they got that match with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor, the Arcade Anarchy. I reckon that could be the end of it. And we had QT Marshall promo. And of course, he was just going on about it that, all the things that you guys don't see with the Nightmare family. Yes, it's good to be in the Nightmare family. They do chuck you a few bones. He did win a tournament on Dynamite. He was the first ever one to win the tournament on Dynamite. But of course, you don't see that probably after today's show, while Cody goes to his hotel room and spends time with his wife. I'll probably be working all night and all this and that, just whinging basically. And then Cody came out, he had his arm in a sling, and he said, "You know what? Let's have an exhibition match next week. We'll have an exhibition match. If I go to pull on the figure 4, I will not pull on the figure 4. I will stop. If I go to give you the crossroads, I will not follow through with it." What was your guys' perspective on that? Or are we just gonna get from Steve? Who cares?
Yeah. To be fair, I have no comment on this. Really, I don't know. I just think it's a boring story. Really.
I've been trying to put a positive spin on this all the time.
Yeah.
I have been, and I'm waiting for the payoff. And I think the payoff will be next week, because although Cody said he won't put him in a figure 4, he won't give him the crossroads. I think QT will probably try to hurt him.
Yeah.
And I think that will then be him out of the Nightmare family, or even maybe starting a feud that, to be honest, although I've been putting a positive spin on it, couldn't really care for it much.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all can't really. We just...
Nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him.
With who?
With QT. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do with him that I have. I'm not like I have a problem with him or anything like that. but it's because of the way they kind of built the storyline around it. There was no real impact.
Yeah.
He jumped over the top rope, walked away. Then some guys have been getting beaten on, and he comes in late. There's no sort of impact. Maybe the impact will come next week.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I doubt it, but who cares? Either way.
We had a Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler versus the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. Because Pac is injured. Hopefully, I think Tony Schiavone said there's probably be another couple of weeks until he's back. Because I did ask this question because of him being injured, and I didn't actually know the severity of it. I did ask, do you think that Penta will take his spot in the tag team match? But we did find out that it's only a minor injury, and he should be back. Right now, this had a lot of intensity, fast pace, high risk moves, as per usual with this team. And even Brandon Cutler didn't come out too bad with some of the stuff that he did. Laredo Kid, I didn't really know much about him. I'd seen, I think, maybe 1 or 2 matches of him, but nothing that was like, wow, spectacular. But yeah, your thoughts, guys?
Didn't really pay attention to it.
Out of all the matches, not to pay attention to it, this one.
I usually, my mind drifts when the Young Bucks are on.
But you have Penta, Phoenix, and the Laredo Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was always going to happen what happened, so
Explain yourself.
the Young Bucks were always going to win.
They didn't win.
It didn't win though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He really didn't pay attention.
No,
to
that
this,
end
man.
bit where Laredo got the pin, that was actually alright. But notice how it was Cutler that had to take the pin rather than any of the Bucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the Bucks did actually one thing that was stupid.
Go on.
Well, they decided to go and take out the Lucha Bros on the outside by doing moves from the top rope.
Do you know what else
Also
they did?
true.
Do you know what else that they did that was stupid?
Go on.
Tag him with Brandon Cutler. That was what they did that was stupid.
That's pretty bad. No, that's the childhood friends, isn't it?
Childhood friends or not, yeah. That's one of them ones, yeah, where you know, where it's like, oh, you're a childhood friend, yeah, but seriously, you know, it's like, you know, when you used to pick football teams, you used to stand on the wall back at school.
You told me
Yeah.
Brandon Cutler was always the last one picked.
Yeah, he's that guy that's just stood there. He stood there with his Dragon Ball in his hand. And he just,
That's pretty dread.
We do not condone that sort of behavior, but it is, yeah. It was a bad decision on their behalf to get, you know, Brandon Cutler. I mean, you could have got QT Marshall if you wanted to.
that's what I'm saying. It's literally Kenny Omega's mum called into school that day. Kenny's sick. He's not coming in today. So
Yeah.
Brandon
Can you
Cutler
take Brandon Cutler? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could have went the whole hog and took Christian, and then I would have turned the show off.
Oh, imagine. Oh, imagine if they attacked with Cody if his arm weren't hurt. You know, that's been amazing.
Hold on, what was? Oh, it was Omega. I was just thinking, who was tagging with them when they came out as Street Fighter characters? But it was Omega, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Young Bucks and Omega.
Young Bucks were Ken and Ryu, and he was
Puma.
yeah. Which actually he looked like him, to be honest. Yeah, it was a high intensity match, as I mentioned before. High spots, super kicks, left, right, and center. DDTs, chops.
Slappy thigh.
Yep, a lot of slappy thighs. I mean, I'm upset that I didn't actually see Phoenix walk the ropes and kick someone in the face. That's always a highlight on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
We'll get their face
You
kicked.
can't upstage the Young Bucks. What are you talking about?
Well, they did upstage the Young Bucks by winning.
Yeah.
No, the Young Bucks didn't take the pin.
It doesn't matter. I can guarantee they'll probably take the pin in a couple of weeks.
It's kind of a weird one though, weren't it? They let the kid get the pinfall and not Penta or Phoenix get the pinfall.
Because it was probably meant to be Pac getting the pin.
It didn't really matter, though, did it?
Laredo Kid was there literally just to take that spot, that vacancy.
Yeah,
spot.
oh yeah.
But in that case, if he's injured, if Pac's injured, why not just take Brandon Cutler out of it?
Yeah.
Because only get the main event.
Yeah.
No, because it was Penta and Phoenix, not Phoenix and Pac.
Could have just done the tag title match that way.
Well, I think the tag team match will go in probably 2-3 weeks time. Like they said, it looks like it's going to be one of those, going to be a special dynamite or something. Yeah. So like I said, Bucks tried to take the the Lucha Bros outside. Matt Jackson flips from the top rope, and I think Matt Jackson ends up giving a moonsault onto the outside as well. Brandon Cutler is left in the ring with the Laredo Kid, top rope, Spanish, what's it called? Spanish Fly?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yes, Steve?
Never said anything.
Then why are you raising your hand?
I don't know. Bored. See, even talking about Young Bucks, I'm bored.
Yeah, but no, it was a good match. Then we had at the end of that, Kenny Omega comes out, attacks the Laredo Kid, and starts talking to the Young Bucks, like, to give him the little too sweet sign.
This is your last chance, boys.
Yeah, you didn't pick me. You picked old Brandon. You messed up big here, boys.
And they just walk out of the ring. But as they walk out of the ring, the Lucha Bros come into the ring and they super kick him. But because he had the microphone so close to his mouth, the actual microphone cut his lip. But that made it the best sounding super kick ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it just sounded like the action.
Like it hurt.
To be honest, the kick, with the sound that it produced, just sounded like you decapitated him.
Yep.
But it was a great sound as well. I've never seen I've never had a super kick sound like that. Let's just be honest. It was good. It was good.
I thought it hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
He looked a bit dazed when Good Brothers were picking him up.
If you think about it, that was a kick, and he had the microphone straight to his mouth. Even if there's gonna be some. He did bleed. He was bleeding from his mouth, so that did cut him. That mic did cut him. Next, we had Ty Conti versus Nyla Rose. What did you think, guys?
With Vicky.
What?
With Vicky.
Oh, sorry. Yes, with Vicky in Nyla's corner. I
thought this was a good match.
Yes, I did indeed, and we've been very vocal about the women's division on AEW, but this was actually pretty good.
Yeah, this is what I was saying the other week. Ty Conti is one that actually got the win as well. She's one of these ones who need to be pushed. Elevated. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially since at the beginning it was all just sort of all Nyla, overpowering her, and then at one moment she just snapped. Went on the offensive, and literally just started doing all manners of damage, like kicks and punches and moves. And to be honest, the way she actually beat him, that DDT she gave her, that spiked her right on the head.
Yeah, I don't think Nyla saw that coming.
No, I didn't even expect it. But the fact that DDT looked so fantastic, that shades of Jake the Snake sort of DDTs, like that was fantastic.
It was beautiful out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, can I be honest?
Go on.
Did not see Ty winning this.
I didn't either.
I thought it was going to be Nyla Rose all the way.
Although I'm pleasantly surprised that she did win.
Yeah, same.
But I didn't think she would win either.
I literally thought it was going to be one of those, not so much a squash match, but maybe like a couple of minutes, like 5-minute match or something like that. Ty does a few moves. Nyla at the end of it just overpowers her, wins. Did not expect. But then when that moment when she snapped, that's when you saw different Ty Conte actually being offensive and aggressive.
Yeah.
Which was actually a good sort of thing. But I just hope that they don't go with that sort of mentality that whoever she faces now, she'll get a bit of a beating, then she snaps and turns into the Hulk and just starts destroying everyone. Don't think you should go in that sort of direction with her.
Yeah, true.
I'm
not sure about that. It would fit the Dark Order thing a bit more.
Yeah, but she's still is she with the Dark Order?
Well, they came out with her, so I'm assuming that she is.
But have you noticed
she is.
How everyone in the Dark Order either wears black or white?
Yeah, but
and
I think
she
she's
wears
like
green.
Being initiated.
Yeah, because what's her name?
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay, even she wears all black, and she comes out always with her. And to be honest, Colt Cabana also has that.
Ty probably will.
I think she. To be honest, I think she is.
I like the idea that she's got a dark side and it comes out when she gets angry.
But do you think it'll be something to? Will it be enough to beat Shida?
She could, but probably not yet.
Okay. After that, Nyla starts beating on Ty Conte, and Shida comes out with a kendo stick that she hit Shida. That Shida hit Nyla with. That just looked painful. Do you even remember, Steve?
I do remember Shida coming out.
You don't remember the hit?
I don't.
All right. Do you remember then the bunny coming out?
Yes, I remember Matt and the bunny and that.
Okay, so do you remember when the bunny came out and grabbed the kendo stick and whacked Shida with it?
Yes.
Okay, that was also a hard hit. Yeah, and then Matt Hardy started talking on the mic, which I think Tony was the one that even actually told me what he said, because I could not remember what he said, which was?
I don't actually remember what he said.
You told me what he said about 10 minutes ago.
Did I?
Steve, did you not tell me what he said?
He did.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I forgot about the bunny.
Oh, that's it. You forgot about the bunny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You are such a muppet. You literally told me 10 minutes ago, and I was like, what did he say? And now you're just like, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what I said. I'm just
You're terrible. Yeah, Matt just comes out and says, you forgot about the bunny, that his clients have gotten, like, they are not getting respected. Although Tony Khan did make a match for next week, which is Shida and Ty Conte versus Nyla Rose and the bunny. I think that's...
Yay.
You don't want to see that?
Not really.
No?
I don't think the bunny's very good in the ring.
Do you even remember her ring?
She's good as a manager, but I don't think she's very good in the ring.
She wasn't too bad. But yeah, I have to see, because again, we haven't seen her really wrestle for like almost a year now.
No, he's not.
So maybe a bit ring rust. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't even remember the last time I actually saw her wrestle. That's just the honest truth there. I don't remember. But hey, I was surprised this week by this match. This match wasn't actually bad. Tay Conti versus Nyla was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was.
So we'll just have to wait and see if next week, with adding 2 more components into it, will be any better. It was main event time now with John Silver versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship belt. Right.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? The
I don't-
TNT. I love it. Man.
I don't know. Should I do it again?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Roll with it. Roll with
Roll
it.
with it. All right. Like a champ, like a boss. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, for the belt. Before we actually get into it, what did you think was actually going to happen? Did you think Darby was going to retain the belt, or did you think John Silver would be the new champ?
I said, well, I believe I said Darby was going to win, but I wanted Johnny Hungy to win.
Yeah. Same here. I did want I like John Silver. I wanted John Silver to win, but yeah, I don't feel he's going to lose it for a while. Darby.
It's good to see that at least all 3 of us are in agreement with that. Yeah, I can I be honest? Even just going back to the beginning of this whole, Dark Order. Before John Silver and Alex Reynolds, I couldn't care less about them. I literally couldn't care less about them. And then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I actually really like these 2 guys. I don't know why or what has changed, but now I'm like, yeah, I want him to be champ. If you asked me about a year ago, would you like to see John Silver as a champ? I probably would have gone, nah, not really. But I don't know what's happened. Which is actually kind of strange. But yeah, into the match.
Hungy came alive.
That's it, Johnny Hungy, the Meat Man.
He came alive.
There was a lot of John Silver. Was attacking a lot, and Darby Allin didn't do much, which for me literally raises the alarm bells. Which was like, he's not winning this because of the amount of he's just beating the crap out of Darby Allin. Darby Allin's doing nothing, so he ain't winning this.
Sadly, too many screw finishes on AEW.
No, I just thought it wasn't even about the screw finish. I just literally thought it's usually the telltale of wrestling, isn't it? Even going back to the 80s and 90s, the person that's got the early offense or is just beating the crap out of someone usually is the person that loses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless it's a squash match, then yeah, apart from that, I when I saw him so much with him just beating the crap out of Darby, I just thought, yeah, Darby's going to win this. So Darby Allin went for a suicide dive onto the outside, and actually, this was actually, this was actually after John Silver went over the barrier onto the outside, and it actually looked like he might have banged his head on the floor or his arm or something. He jumps over. Darby Allin suicide dives onto the outside and takes out number 5. And Sting comes out, and it's like, okay, Sting came out because to even the odds. But the Dark Order actually did nothing to Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Which I found, I was very confused by that. Like, oh, he's coming to even the odds with a baseball bat. But it's like, hold on, Dark Order didn't actually do anything to him. He dived outside. It wasn't like they started beating on him or anything like that. Literally just, he got up himself and went back in the ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't understand what was the point of that.
Me neither.
Again, at one point, Darby does a coffin drop onto the Dark Order outside for no apparent reason as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No one done nothing to him.
I don't even think, if I can recall it correctly, I don't even think John Silver was outside. I think John Silver was still in the ring.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Which meant, why did you even jump outside?
Just
Dark
spice
Order,
spice
yeah,
things up, I guess.
let's be
Yeah.
honest. Dark Order did not once try to interfere.
Nope.
No.
Not once tried to, like, distract the ref. Not once, even when he jumped outside, tried to hit him. So Sting coming out to be the savior or to even the odds on a situation that had no sort of incline that they were going to do anything to Darby Allin was pointless.
Yep, just a bit.
Yeah, it's true.
Which I literally I didn't get that. I did not get that. There was a fantastic move that was happened, which was Darby Allin went for the stunner, but John Silver reversed that into the Queen's Slayer, which apparently is Anna Jay's finisher.
Yes,
Uh,
it is.
But he did that so fluently, though. It looked so good.
It was.
It looked so beautifully done. I was like, I'm really impressed with that. And then John Silver gave Darby Allin a DDT that the momentum lifted Darby Allin off the floor and he just kind of ragdolled onto the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then came the little sort of, little screwy sort of finish that was kind of sort of again. It didn't even look that much of an impactful move. He hadn't really done the coffin drop either. And just kind of pinned him. And I was just a bit disappointed in that finish because although it wasn't a roll up or anything like that, it was still like, really?
Yeah.
That's how you're going to finish it?
That seems to be the finish for AEW lately.
Yeah, last week they kind of took the piss with that, didn't they?
Yeah, I need to scrap that stupid finish. Whoever's booking the show needs to stop living in the 90s.
Yep. Who could that be? Who could that be?
It's not who you think it is. And then at the end of it, Darby wins, and he goes to spud John Silver, and John Silver does give him a little spud as well, just to show him everything is all cool. Then all of a sudden, I don't know where he came from, but Matt Hardy grabs Darby Allin, drags him onto the outside, starts beating up on him, and then the whole of Matt Hardy's group just comes out, and they all start fighting the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Sting ends up hitting Private Party with a baseball bat.
Ty Conte comes back out.
Yeah, Ty Conti comes back out because the bunny is there, and to be honest, Ty Conti just went straight for her and just absolutely started taking her out. All kicks off. Matt Hardy goes onto the outside, and Darby Allin goes through the middle rope onto him and just starts punching him up as well. Yeah, literally, everything just broke loose, and to be honest, that was the recipe for a 1990s end to a WCW or a WWE event.
Yep.
Raw or SmackDown or Thunder or Nitro. It used to always be just everyone beating each other up. And yeah, that was basically it. I did forget to mention there was also one promo that we didn't talk about, which was John Moxley and Eddie.
Oh, the broken leg.
Yeah, Eddie was in the back with the leg all casted up, and he was losing his rag. Moxley did go, "Oh, we're taking body parts now," and Young Bucks, thanks for that. Didn't have to do that, but we're on sort of the same page now, and blah blah blah. Eddie's going to be on the show for a while, as we did discuss. Yeah. But what can John Moxley really do on his own in that sense?
Well, he'll be going away soon as well, so...
Yeah. I reckon so too. But then again, it might have, to be honest, we don't even know, he might have already had a kid. Don't forget, there was a time that John Moxley was out for like a week or two.
No, I don't think so. Unless they live in the same place.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. Right, so let's have the rating for the show then. Tone, I'll start with you. What will you give it?
Do you know what? Probably gonna give it a no. Do I want to give it a D? I don't know. See, I feel they had. I feel they had better matches this week than last week, and I gave last week a C. They had better matches.
Let me actually check. Yes, you gave it a C.
They had better matches, but none of them were as good as the main event last week.
I mean, this main event wasn't bad either.
No, I'm gonna give it a D this week.
Okay.
It's D plus.
B plus. Okay. Steven?
F.
Wow.
Oh,
If I can't remember anything of the show, it gets an F.
Couldn't that just be your mentality?
Nope.
Okay.
It's done with, folks. It's done with.
You know what? I'm actually going to take the rating that you gave last week, Tone. I'm going to give it a C.
Yeah.
For me, I felt like it was even though I didn't have my wrestling hat on per se, but now when we were discussing it and everything like that, it was a better show than last week. Omega Seidel was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
And then you had the Young Bucks. Don't worry that Cutler is there against the Lucha Bros. That was also a good match.
Yeah.
These guys, you could put them on every single week, and I would be happy to watch them every single week. The Ty Conte match versus Nyla was good. The outcome was unexpected, which made it, just added a bit more flavor to it, especially since she lost her rag and she just went for it. And the main event was great as well. And the ending, you ended with a brawl. I love watching it. I love an ending with a brawl. So that's why I'm going to go with that C. Right. I think, should we call that a day?
Yeah, man.
I think so too. Okay. Right. So, guys, that was another exhilarating Dynamite.
Forgetful.
Yeah, very forgetful. No, exhilarating Dynamite review from us. Please, if you did like, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you so wish. Subscribe to us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And we will see you guys next week. Yep. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him.
And a good night from him.
Bye, guys.
Worst thing to say. No.
You could have at least gone, it's goodbye from them.
Okay.
All right. Should we try that again then?
No, I'm leaving it in.